I'm really sorry if I sound a little bit strange in this video, maybe a little bit slurred or slowed down. I think recently, because of the stress, I've been neglecting myself just a little bit, and as a result I am on morphine for a kidney trouble, possibly from dehydration, possibly from who knows what. Basically, I've got tests coming up very soon to find out exactly what the problem is, but in the meantime, because of the severity of the pain, I am on morphine as a good practice for alleviating some pain. So, wow, where to begin in this video, guys? I'm blown away, absolutely blown away, genuinely, by your kindness, your comments, your donations, the fact that we hit £600 on the page that Jen just across the way from me set up. It's incredible. It's emotional. And I can't thank you all enough. I really can't. So in this video, I guess what we're going to be going over is, one, how the money is going to be spent, and two, my plans for this place. So I've spent the morning with another journalist on the allotment, a very nice guy who has come down to take some more photographs and to try and get the story out there a little bit more, because although, you know, people who are not necessarily green-fingered might struggle to understand how much it means to an individual to have a sanctuary such as an allotment that you transformed into your garden and your safe place. But trust me, a lot of people do understand. I'd imagine everyone on the channel, on my channel, understands. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. It is our safe place. It is our number one place to sort of alleviate stress and to come down to and enjoy being outside. It definitely helps with mental health, as I've spoken about in many videos. It certainly helps me, and I'm aware it's helped many others. So to have somebody come in and to destroy it, it's been detrimental to my mental health as well as my mood. But saying that, with you guys and the level of support that you've shown, not just financially, that is a completely different level of support. That's insane. But to reach almost 1,000 comments on all of my social media platforms, including YouTube, in just 4 days, and pretty much, you know, 990 of them to be nothing but love and positivity is incredible. I can't thank you all enough. I really can't. So how's the money going to be spent? What is the plan? Considering I wasn't expecting anything, it's incredible. Like I say, without you guys, you know, I've mentioned the committee and the police, and they're not wanting to really get involved. No one's really come over and apologised, you know, or said anything. I know maybe they not necessarily come over and apologise, but to just to come over and have a look at my plot, no one's done that. No one's done that, and I'm just so grateful to have the following that I've got, because without you guys and without all the support of this network that we've got here, I'm not sure I would continue. I really do feel like that, only because it's hard, guys. It's hard. But you guys make it a lot easier. You know, you are incredible. So how is the money going to be spent? Which is, I guess, the question on a lot of people's lips. Well, what I've decided to do, because there's I think just over £600 now in the GoFundMe page, which is incredible. So I mean I've taken everything on board that you guys have said about security and CCTV and all the links that have been flooding in for cameras and stuff like that, and, you know, such like. What I've decided to do is actually put half of that money aside for security. Now, I've got something pretty beefy in mind, but I obviously can't say where I'm going to be placing this security system or what it even is, because I don't know who targeted my allotment. I don't know if it's somebody watching this right now. I don't know if it's someone who I say good morning to every day. You just don't know. So it makes sense to me, and I think it would make sense to a lot of people to keep that a secret, you know, and not give away too much information as to where I'm going to be placing this system. And if ever this happens again, I mean, I've been spending a lot of time here recently, guys. You know, a lot of time. Yeah. But it would be nice to have a bit of security on the days and the evenings, shall we say, where I'm not here. So you've got to protect your assets, you know. You've got to protect your work, and for me, this is huge. You know, it's a huge thing to just let someone sort of trample all over. So I'm doing my best to protect and salvage, you know, what is still sort of left potentially, you know, untouched on the allotment. So we may not get a yield of something at the minute. I'm continuing to hose everything down. Guys, what can I say? I'm doing my best. So, and the other half of the money is going to be put towards, guys, you know what I'm like, you know, scrimping and saving. It's going to be put towards a number of things, one of which is going to be replacing the compost, as I'm aware Jennifer mentioned. It's a good idea. I mean, the varnish was clear to see. The paint and the gloss was obvious, because obviously it was white. You can't miss it. But I'm not sure what else was used. For example, the giant pumpkins that Tony sent me over, and Tony, such a lovely, you know, honest, genuine person. And I've been meaning to put his channel link in, because, you know, he's good at what he does, and I mean, he's very good at what he does, and he's so modest. So check the description and you'll see a link to Tony Stevens' channel, and go over and just give him a subscribe. I think that would mean a lot to the guy, I really do. He's so genuine. And but the pumpkin seeds that he sent me over that I grew, there's no paint, there's no varnish that I can see on them, but there's some sort of residue, some sort of maybe weed killer, I don't know, but the plants are starting to die from within, and it looks like it was poured in a very neat circle. So I'm not sure if the ground is contaminated, so it will basically all need to come up. I mean, you can't smile, you know, it's work, but it would be better, you know, it would be better, a lot better than what I've done so far, because we can implement the no dig. We can use compost where we couldn't originally, where we had soil and sand, and we can improve it, you know, as best we can on a budget, and anything else that's sort of left over is going to go towards just improving the allotment in general, and I'll bring you guys along for every step of the way. I would like to do something in addition to the shed that's behind me, possibly an awning or something on the side of it, just because it's a nice environment to be at the back of the plot. I mean, there's no one behind me. It's nice and peaceful, listening to the birds and stuff. So I think this is primarily where I want to spend a lot of my time, and just see what happens with the crops, and see if anything comes at all. I mean, even if it's not edible, because like I say, I'm not sure what other chemicals, paints, or, you know, liquids was used. I'm not sure I want to entertain the idea of eating it. I mean, it's as organic as I can be on a budget, and it obviously is no longer organic. So but if we can get a video together on, you know, if we can finish the Roma Grow With Me series, that would be amazing, because we're one video away from the end, and it's the most exciting bit. It's harvesting. So yeah, even if they're not edible for me, obviously, if you've done quite well and you've followed along and you've had success, then obviously you can enjoy an amazing harvest of some of the best tasting tomatoes that I think anybody could grow. So yeah. Oh, and speaking about taking your advice in all the comments and messages, there was so many of you basically reaching out and saying that I need to contact the press. You know, if the committee aren't listening or aren't willing to sort of even come over and inspect what I'm talking about, and the police can't really do much, because granted there's no sort of cameras or anything at the moment anywhere on site. So yeah, a lot of you guys recommended that we contact the local press and just try and get this out there, that, you know, there is always a negative side to a positive hobby, and you couldn't find a more peaceful hobby as allotmenteering, or even gardening, especially when you're growing your own food. It is so rewarding, it's incredible. So Kelly done that. She did contact a local newspaper who picked up the story and ran with it. Bear in mind there's a few mistakes in the article, but yeah, it was short notice. That's how I see it. So yeah, on top of that, there's been other newspapers involved. For example, today, just before I made this video, I had another photographer from a separate agency come out, and we just went through it all again. I think it's good to kind of see stages and how things are failing. I mean, not everything seems to be black at the moment, as in, you know, it's started to die off, and when you've got lush green growth that's had some kind of solvent thrown over it, it looks like everything's got blight, and you tend to get black spots, and everything sort of rots away. So we're going to have different stages if another newspaper runs with it as to the impact it's had. I don't know, on myself, on Kelly, even Jen across the way there, who worked really, really hard trying to help me basically take off hundreds, if not thousands, of leaves and stems off of the tomatoes to help them ripen. But the story that's gone out today, I'll put a link in the description, so if anyone wants to go over and check it out. I did laugh at the title of the guy that actually wrote the article and titled it YouTube Star. Something about YouTube Star attacked or vandals, or can't really remember it, guys. I think the morphine's kicking in a bit more now. So anyone wondering, I did walk here. I'm not silly enough to drive when you're feeling a bit, wavy. But no, I do think it's great having the level of support that I've had from you guys. Like I say, without you, I don't know. I don't know if I would continue because of the efforts. It's not. We live in a country here in England, in the UK, where we have to grow by climate. Not everywhere on earth has to apply the same sort of rules. That if you ain't got something started or germinating at a set time in the year, then you're going to be late. Whereas especially down south, guys, the weather's so changeable, and the seasons they come and go so quickly that unfortunately, for me to get a good crop of tomatoes from seed now without a heated greenhouse and possibly some sort of lighting, it would be impossible. Because if we look at the weather now, it's summer, it's windy, it's been raining, there was hail this morning, so it's so changeable. Anyway, I think it's about to rain again now. So I guess what I'm saying is, all of you guys combined are all the encouragement I need to continue and to rebuild. I mean, it's going to be a shame ripping out the plants and starting again, if it comes to that. But like I say, we'll build it bigger, we'll build it better, and we'll be more prepared if anything like this was to ever happen again in the future. We'll be more prepared to sort of catch the what's who done it. So thank you so much for all of the love and support. It's incredible. It's just incredible. So don't forget to check out all the links in the description. I'm going to put quite a few in there. I may as well put the GoFundMe page in there. Tony's channel link's going to be in there, as well as the news article, and maybe a few more. So yeah, don't forget to check out the description, guys, and keep watching and keep sharing, and basically watch this space, because I don't know, when I start feeling a little bit better, it could be a handful of days, it could be a week, then we'll get straight back at it, and we'll prepare this allotment. We'll basically implement what I wanted to do at the London plot, and we'll do it better. I've got a video to go on the channel that will follow this one, just so I can take a day off, just take a day out of doing my sort of usual thing down here. I'll just take a day out for myself. And what I've got in between is a video of me out on the little boat that I bought about maybe 2.5 weeks ago. It was fun. It was really fun. So yeah, we'll end the week on a positive spin, and I'll try and get another video up by the weekend. But enjoy it, guys. I went out on a little boat, very, very, very shallow water, and I had fun. So I hope you have fun watching it. Guys, thank you so much. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you very soon.